everyone, Soundwave 884 coming at you with another Transformers review. Before I do the review, I'm going to just talk a little bit because why not? So I was at Target today while I was out working on my route, and I took a picture and I posted it to my Instagram, which you can follow me at Soundwave_8084_reviews. And it's a bunch of the Buzzworthy Bumblebee Studio Series figures hanging on the pegs, keeping them nice and warm and toasty. Yes, the World War II Bumblebee, and there's like a 74 Camaro, I think it comes with Charlie. There's another Bumblebee comes with Sam, and there's Shatter, and it's the crappy car mode Shatter. You know, the one that sucks in robot mode, but the car mode is excellent. Robot mode sucks. At least my copy did, you know. So she just stays in vehicle mode. So I was looking at it, I was like, you know, the only reason I even want two of those is for the Charlie and for the Sam. I don't feel like dropping $20 to get it because it's this Bumblebee overload again. And I think I already have those figures. I think some of them are still in a package I haven't opened. But, I mean, I want the human figures. That's sad. But down below, they also had the movie Masterpiece Bumblebee. I have that already, so it's in the room. Got it, I think, on clearance from Amazon for Christmas last year. But I knew of the other Buzzworthy Bumblebee. You know, the 2-pack with Bumper and Egghead. I was like, you know, I kind of want that. I've seen the pictures. I'm like, well, the Bumper, you know, the Bumblebee, who looks like Bumper in car mode. I was like, or Bumble Jumper, however you want to call it. I was like, well, that's sort of a G1 nostalgia kick. I kind of want that. And hey, an Exo Suit Spike, sure, why not? You know, you can't see a face. It's just, you know, an egg waiting for Mort to kick out of it or something. I was like, I'm still going to get that. I'm interested. I'm intrigued enough just to see it. Just open it up and take a look at it. So I knew one of the Targets in town had some the other day. I went to it today to see if they still had any. Yes, they had one left. I've already opened it up. And actually, I'm going to tell you this. I do not regret buying this. It's actually a fun little thing. And I'm going to review it properly in just a second. But I was like, you know, it's a nice little set. I'm just hoping that maybe someone can come up with some kind of sticker for the Exo Suit to give Spike a face or something. But I can see where they can redo this figure in different ways to get different results, and I kind of wish they would. But I'll go over that with my full review. But I'm saying if you're skipping out on this, I mean, it's a fun. If you want a G1 nostalgia kick for a little bumper, you can't afford the old G1 bumper. That's like $100 for that thing. You know, $15 get you this. It's not the same thing, but it looks sort of close to it, right? So we're going to get to the proper review, and before I do, I want to say, if you're not a subscriber, don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Also, click the thumbs up or thumbs down whether you like the video or not. Alright, so we've moved over here to my table to do a proper review on this figure. Here is the packaging. You've seen the little art up top. Get your Spike. They're running. They're being chased or something. Put the back. You get 11 steps gets Bumblebee. 1 step for the Spike and Exo Suit. And yes, it is a little bit more than just tipping them over. You do have to move something. Even though here in the picture they don't actually show that. I have it some other way. I guess you don't have to, maybe. So we'll just do a quick comparison. Now, I noticed a long time ago on Earthrise box. I had thought that maybe, you know, you can see Bumblebee here running. And I always thought that maybe that was Spike or, you know, someone in an Exo Suit back there. And I was pretty sure that's what that was. And it's pretty much, this just kind of mimics this art here. Of Bumblebee running and then Spike running behind him. It's not exactly the same, but it is very similar. So I guess that was a hint to eventually getting this Spike here. So let's take a look at the actual figures. Well, before I do that, I guess we'll show what else it comes with is, you know, his instructions. Oh, wow. But the head sculpt is probably one of the best things on this toy. But first, I got him in vehicle mode. And I love it. It's adorable. It's cute. It's little. It's stubby. It just takes me back to the 1980s G1 toys. Now, I'm going to show you this off. The plastic wheels are different. They have this rubbery look to them. It's like it's a different kind of coating on them. They're not like smooth. They have a little different feel to them. I like that. These are like a snap-on, but these here are pinned in. Kind of wish they just pin them all in. Oh, ignore that. It looks like something else. It's kind of phallic in shape. Otherwise, it's a nice car mode. Silver painted headlights. Of course, they forgot to finish painting the top part of the grill on this side, or they painted too high on that side. So that's not even. That's probably really the only QC thing with paint that I have going on here. That's just a little flick of something. But I like it. He's got this like a shimmery silverish blue painted for the windshields. It's really, really nice. It doesn't really roll too well because one of the wheels, I think it's this one, it seems to want to rub. So it's got some other QC issues. Now, paint QC is really just that. There's a few other QC problems here, and I'll mention that, but some so little bit. That doesn't really roll the way it should, whereas the other ones kind of roll a little bit better. And you can store his weapon. As you can see, his little phallic-shaped weapon is tabbed in right here. So, or pegged in. And maybe I can get it out without breaking it. Yeah, it's in there. Come on, get it out. Yeah, there we go. Let me see. He's got itty bitty pegs, like a 3mm or something. And it goes right in there. So you can store it there so you don't lose the gun. But again, I like the alt mode. It's sort of like the G1-esque back where the head would normally flip out. They have that look. I'm sure Toy Hack someone can make some labels to even make that look even more G1. Has like where the screw marks and stuff would be. It's really cool. I really like the alt mode. Kind of makes me want to buy a second one. Just to leave one in alt mode. And even the robot mode is not that bad. And we'll get to that in just a second here. Now let's look at Spike in the Exosuit. Yeah. It's mean. There's really... You think they could have done a little bit more with this. There's no leg articulation. It is just one big molded piece. Only articulation you get here is in the shoulders. That's all you got. Now to transform him, yes, you can just... well, don't do that, but you know, tip him over. But you got first, you have to fold this piece back. Like that. And then he's transformed. Now, you technically don't have to even fold that up, because the picture here in the back, it's not. They have it down. But I think technically you're really supposed to have that up. They have the thrusters there, but when you fold this up, you have the thrusters here as well. And you have these little shoulder pieces. So it's cool. I just kind of wish they'd done something for the face instead of just having this shiny silver helmet. Paint apps are done well on this. You just have a little black speck of something there that is not coming off. But otherwise, I mean, this is like an afterthought. It's just something there. So, hey, look, we can make 15 bucks out of this little thing here. So, size there in vehicle mode. And we'll do some quick vehicle mode comparisons and other sizes so you can see where he kind of fits in before we do the transformation to robot mode. And he comes in the package in robot mode, but again, I'm doing this in the reverse. Alright, so here he is next to Roadburn, or I think what would be Chase from the old Power, or the Power of the Piranhas, Titan Turns, one of those lines. So it's very similar in how it looks, but is not the same size. This is a lot smaller than what he is. You buy a good half inch, 3/4 of an inch there. So this is a lot smaller than what you got back then. Other comparisons, here he is with the KBB Hornets Agent Bumblebee that we got. That could be like a cartoonish style. So even compared to that, he is a lot smaller. And then next to the Netflix Bumblebee we just got, he is also a lot smaller as well. So just things here I kind of wish they would have done. They should have made this into a Volkswagen Bumblebee. I kind of wish they had the license to do it with this, because they did it with this guy. Just had a small cartoon-like Bumblebee in the Volkswagen style here. And then when he transforms, you'd have the front of the Volkswagen as his feet. And I think that would have worked good, because when you transform her, you got the Bumblebee head with like a bumper body. It kind of throws it off a little bit, but I just think that they could retool this. Remold this into a Bumblebee, just change up the car parts a little bit, and you could get a Bumblebee out of this. And I don't know if they would. I doubt they will. They'll probably be content with this. But that's just something I kind of would like to see. So because I would like him to be smaller, because he's probably supposed to be the smallest mini bot. Now I like for him to actually be the smallest mini bot. So let's go ahead and transform this guy. It's gonna be very simple. I'm actually sitting here thinking, how did I transform this guy the first time? No. I just pull his arms out. They just tap in. His legs come down. There's these little tabs here that went up the sides. Straighten out. Transform is very similar to the other Bumblebee that was like in style. And you want to come up here. This little piece here is all tapped in. this. And this will fold down. Arms will come out and around. This piece here, it says tabs in to this. If I can get to untap, 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 untap. You just want to untap. It comes up and around. That's why it's trying to get this out. Come on. They're pretty good. Untab. Untab. There we go. Nice. There's tabs. You gotta untab it. They really want to hold on. They're in love. They don't want to let go. Promise me you never let go, Jack. Never let go. Okay. It's really upsetting me now, but when you do that, you can swing this around. Come on, just untab. There we go. And swing this around. And then this whole piece here will now come up. Bring his arms down. Like this. Now this little ball joint. Bring this down. Oh! Yeah. That's something there. It comes off pretty easily. That's why I say I had other QC issues. I'll reattach that in a moment. You bring that out, then you want to bring this down in the back, revealing the head. You can see this piece here has this little tab. It's going to tap right above the waist. And these can come all the way back to the back here, like this. You'll make sure this piece goes up and folds into this gap that's back here, so you can get a flush back with the backpack. And then you want to just untab the feet and just straighten them out like this. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna let you know that this arm came off, taking him out of the package. Bending his elbow, then straightening back out, I popped this ball joint off, so the little hand and wrist form came out. So just be aware that his arms and his elbows parts can pop off pretty easily. So just be aware of that, because it is very small, but it pops right back on. And then you take his gun, and either hand he can wield his blaster. And let's see if we can support blast effects while we're at it. So I got a blast effect, and you just kind of wedge it over it, and he can have his blast effect on there. So this is the Bumblebee, the head sculpt. I like it. It's probably, I say, the best head sculpt for a Bumblebee. It's very, very G1 cartoon accurate. So he's got a silver face. If it was white, it would be straight on, like cartoon accurate. So I really like the robot look of the Bumblebee. And he's going to be smaller. And here's him next to Earthrise Cliffjumper. Maybe he's too small. I don't think he's supposed to be that tiny compared to Cliffjumper, but maybe just a slight bit taller. I think that's a good scale. As I say, if they just did the Volkswagen, you'd have an excellent Bumblebee here in robot mode and have the Volkswagen feet. And if they want us to be bumper, they should give us a bumper head. So I wonder if they can retool this guy, leave the alt mode the same, and just give us a new head. I'm sure maybe some add-on upgrade, third-party upgrade company maybe will do a new head for us. It's like it's just mushroom pegged in, so you can just slide that head right off and slide a new one right on. So I'm sure someone can come up with a 3D printed bumper head to put on here. Articulation, you got ball jointed hips, kick, back, front, ball jointed, nope, pinned in knees. You got pinned knees, so you can bend his knees. There's no ankle tilts there, no waist swivel, ball jointed elbows, so you can get the bend to there, just 90. And you can turn it around as a swivel point. You kind of can't do it when it's bent because the tire and this will meet, so you have to kind of go below it. Ball jointed shoulders, you saw as I popped the arm off, so you can 360 around and go up to there. Head is on that mushroom peg, so there's an up and down. Turn there and there. If you try to turn it further, I'm thinking you're just going to end up popping his head off because it meets resistance because the chin hits the side of the pin that runs through here for the hinge. So that's all the articulation you can get in this guy. Not very much. We'll show some height here with his spike companion and his Exo Suit. So that's the height there. And we'll bring back in Earthrise Cliffjumper next to the Roadburn, which would be the height of the Bumblebee that was that style. You can see how he's still like ½ inch or so taller than this Bumblebee. And compare the Egghead here with Atari Master, Battle Master. That's the height there. We can wheel in Chase. He's the masterpiece. Came with Sunstreaker. I think that scale between him and him worked fine. Here is this Spike here. So just imagine him in the Exosuit. I think that scale works. So the masterpiece humans that came with the first rounds of masterpieces, I think scale fine with this Exosuit. It's just, they don't give these guys eyes. They don't give that a face. Another missed opportunity, I think, with this right here is actually giving it some actual wheels to make it actually roll. This didn't get much love. Anyways, it's a piece of plastic with one, pinned in swivel point here, and then pinned in shoulders for that. I kind of wish maybe they just gave it a little bit extra on this guy. And I think the set would be definitely worth the $15. Some kind of sticker face or something for her face in there. Maybe some leg movement, some actual wheels instead so he can roll. I think that would actually help the set out tremendously. Alright, so final thoughts on the set. I don't regret this purchase. It's $15, it's a little high. I still think the cost is a little much. I would say maybe $12.99 for this set. So I love this little Bumblebee. He's adorable. He's cute. I think he's well worth like $8, $9 on his own. The Spike Exosuit is almost like an afterthought to help price hike this up. I like the little phallic shaped gun. He holds it well. He likes to stroke his weapon. I think it's an excellent Bumblebee. I would actually wouldn't mind having a second one to leave in vehicle mode because I really like this one as a Bumblebee. I think I might actually slide this in over this guy. I don't know. I like him to be smaller. He's supposed to be the mini guy. And I like to actually have a Bumblebee that's smaller. The head sculpt is awesome. I think it'd be better if it was just white instead of silver, so it doesn't reflect as much light, but not too pale of a white. I just kind of wish this was done in Volkswagen so he could be an actual Bumblebee. But the alt mode is pure G1 bumper, and I think that's one of the things that drew me to this. Then seeing this head sculpt afterwards is just, I like it. It's a fun little Bumblebee. Back to the old nostalgic G1 kick. He's a true Legends scale figure. Let me show him off. Yeah, let me show him off with the Legends Kingdom Legends Optimus Prime. And there he is next to the Kingdom Core Class Optimus Prime. He is a Core Class figure, a true old scale Legends figure. And I say thanks for watching this review. If you see him and you like Bumblebee, get this set. You'll like it. I think you'll like it. If you're not a fan of Bumblebee, just skip it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until next one. Peace out.